That the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Ghana have issued a statement telling us about some 40,975 polling stations. Main polling stations will comprise 40,647, and then special voting centers will be 328. That's what we're using for the 2024 general elections. We'll get into that detail in a bit. But you do know that the month of August and September and October, they are connected and interlinked. Wrapping up the Youth Month, Women's Month, as you call it, dedicated to all things breast cancer, flesh and blood. With us, we share the story. Miriam Abla Anani, breast cancer survivor, tell us her story and how to navigate through if you ever find yourself in that unfortunate situation. Some 24 minutes past 80 on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. And Miriam, good morning. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
You're great?
Yes, please.
Great. You're in high spirits.
Yeah.
I see you like white. Why? Is that your favorite color?
Nah. But it inspires me. Like
White.
what I went through,
Right.
I've conquered it.
What did you go through?
Okay, I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Right.
So in 2018, I had a lump in my breast.
Right.
I felt a lump in my breast. I was going to take my bath.
Right.
And I was massaging my breast, and I felt some sharp pain in my breast. So
Right.
I tried to massage it, and it was a lump. After bathing, I went to tell my mom about it. My mom said, "Oh, I should use pomade. It will go."
Right.
It took me 6 months. The thing was not going. It started to grow big. Gradually, it was growing big, and I was in a relationship. So I just want to tell the guy about it. I
Right.
told him I thought he would be of help and all those things, but we went to the herbal medicines and all those things. It didn't help. When we go, the only thing they tell us is someone is following me. It's spiritual.
Spiritual.
Yeah. Even to the churches that we even go, they will tell you it's from your mother's side, your father's side, and all those stuff. So it made me not to like go back to church and all those things.
Right.
So the breast became very big. To the extent that the lump covered all the breast, the
Wow.
left breast. So I was so worried.
It was your left breast?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I was so worried, and one of my aunties that was so close to me, I told her about my situation. So she told me, "Oh, we have a woman in the area who was also suffering from this breast cancer, but she want me to befriend her so that I can like talk to her about what
Right.
to eat or what not to eat."
Right.
So I befriended this woman, and she told me the things that I'm not supposed to eat and all those things. She even showed me another herbal medicine man. So I went, took the medicines that I'll come and drink and everything to apply on the breast.
Right.
But while I was applying it, in a week later, I smelled like the scent of the medicine has changed.
Right.
I'm a very sensitive person with my nose,
right,
so
right.
I said I'm not going to apply something that has changed scent. So I called the man, and the man was saying, "I told you someone's following you."
Ooh.
So in 2020, that was 2020, when the lockdown period. So the man said he would try to send a motor rider to bring back another medicine for me
Right.
to use. I called him back again. I was saying, "I'm still waiting. It's been 2 weeks." He said
Right.
he will call, but he will bring the person, but they are attacking him, giving
Right,
him strong
right,
warning not to
right.
help me and all those things. Lo and behold, the person who also introduced me to the woman also died.
Oh. So that was the other woman who had the breast cancer
Yes,
issues.
please.
Okay.
So I became very scared, very scared. So I was crying on the way, and one lady saw me and she was saying I should stop crying because she didn't know what I was going through, but she told me to stop crying. And I said, "Okay, let me stop crying." When I get home, then I tell my boyfriend what I have heard. I told my boyfriend, and my boyfriend was saying, "Okay, why don't I go and tell the extended family, like my aunties, to know about the situation, since I'm close to one of them?"
Right.
And I said, "Okay, let me gather the courage." And she's also a friend of the lady that has died, so I'll use that information to tell her.
Right.
I went to tell my auntie. She was saying, "Why am I crying? If the lady is dead, why am I crying? Do I even know her so much?" She knows the woman, she's not even
She's
crying.
not crying. But why are you crying more than the bereaved?
Yes. And I told her, doesn't she see that my breast, one is bigger than the other? She said, oh, we have people like that. So she thought it was something normal.
Right.
And I just said, it's not normal, but I see a lump in the breast. So I touched the other one that was not affected. And she was saying, and you sat down with this thing. For how many years? I said, oh, it's been like 3 years. Said,
3 years.
What exactly is wrong with you? Why didn't you tell me, or why didn't you tell any of your cousins or something?
Right.
So that they can help. I said, I didn't know what to do. And so she was asking, what have I been doing? And I said, we've been going to these herbal people. I explained everything to her. She said, okay, she'll get back to me. In an hour later, she called me to come. She said, oh, she has called the other brothers, the other aunties, and everyone to gather money for me so that I can go back to the hospital. Me too, I was saying, no, I don't want to go back to the hospital.
Why didn't you want to go back to the hospital?
I was so afraid.
Okay. That there would be a surgery of a sort.
Yes, but they said one of my uncles was insisting, if I don't go, they shouldn't give me the money.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let me gather the courage and go. So I started with police hospital.
Right.
And when I got there, lo and behold, the doctor over there, the surgeon over there, knew me. Because I went to one of the clinics, sub-clinics in our area, and I saw him, and I confronted him about my case.
Right.
And he told me to come. That was a year later.
A year ahead?
Yes.
Okay. A year back?
A year back.
Okay.
So when he saw me on the lockdown period, and then there was no mask. This man was just passing by. Then he would stand, and he would ask me, as if I know you somewhere. I said, I don't know you. Said, I know you. Remove them nose mask and let me see your face. He saw my face and said, I know you. You just have wait for me in the office. I'll talk to you. So he asked me, so why am I here now? I said, okay, it's the breast. What I told him about last year. He said, okay. He wants to see. He saw it. The breast has changed color, and the lump was so full in the breast. And said, so why did you sit home? And I said, I didn't have money. So why are you here now? I explained everything to him. So okay, he has to do the biopsy. Am I ready to do it? Do I have money to do it? I said,
that's a test.
Yes.
Okay.
So we did the first biopsy. Came back, they said there was nothing wrong with the breast. But the doctor insisted that he has to do another biopsy again if I'm willing to do it. I said, I'm willing to do it now because my auntie said I should do anything that will make me fine. So I just want...
At this time, you were in pain?
Yes, I was still in pain. There was pain at the back and the breast too. It was so heavy than the other one.
Okay.
So he said he has to do another biopsy. They have to cut it again, take the sample from the breast again. It will take a month later before it will be back. I waited. It was not even up to a month. 2 weeks time, the people called me to tell me my lab results is back, so I have to go and take it. We took it to the doctor. He said I should wait, but he has to talk to me and my boyfriend. That time I was with my boyfriend. He spoke to me. He said it's breast cancer, but he has to refer me back to Kolebu.
Okay.
I started crying in the office. And the matron over there sat me down to talk to me like, I was saying, if it's breast cancer, then I'm going to die.
Right.
What's the use of going to the hospital to take medicines? And I said, so the matron sat with me and she was explaining everything to me like, we have nurses, doctors, police officers and all those things that have survived, that they have their folders with them even.
So you have a chance to survive.
And I was so young too, I was 28.
So all hope wasn't lost. This was the matron.
Yes.
She sat you down to counsel.
Yes.
Right.
So she even gave me her number.
Okay.
Like if I'm not understanding anything the doctors asked, I should call her. So I went to Kolebu and I called her that I have gone to Kolebu, but they told me to do some scans and everything. She said if I have the money, I should do it. Anything they ask me to do, I should do it. If I start the medicine to where I'm not getting it right, I should call her. So I started with my first chemo, second, up to 8 cycles of chemo. I went for review.
Must have been painful.
Yes. I lost my hair, my palm became dark, my tongue was so dark that even if you eat something, you don't taste the thing. It was tasteless, but I tried to eat.
Right.
So I started with the first, second, third, and my auntie said, the people backing her said they don't have money again.
Oh, in the middle of the journey to recovery.
Yes.
She said that they had run out of money.
Yes.
So what did you do?
It was like 3 days to my chemo.
Right.
I have to cry. I was crying. I went to the park. I was just sitting. I ran away from the house. I was so confused. I didn't even know what to do. I left my phones. I didn't even tell my boyfriend where I was going. I didn't tell my mom where I was going.
Right.
So it was up to 2 a.m. I saw some ladies praying at the park, and one of them knew about my situation. So she came to call me. I was just sitting down quietly there. She came to call me. They want to pray if I want to join them. And I said, oh, why not?
This was outside?
Outside.
In the park?
In the park.
At 2 a.m.?
At 2 a.m.
Which park was this?
Akwaje Park.
Akwaje Park, right here?
Yes.
Wow.
So I joined them, prayed. It was 3 a.m. and I said, okay, they think my boyfriend will be looking for me, and I think too he will be looking for me. So I know his number off head. Let me call the number. Right. So I used one of their phones to call him.
Right.
And he was saying, so I asked him, why didn't you come to look for me? He said, but you didn't tell me where you were going. So me too. If you want to do something to yourself, I know by all means you come back home. 92.7. So I called him. I went back home, took my phone. I had a friend in the States, a white man friend. He came for this visit in Ghana, and because of the lockdown, he went away. Right. So I always tell him about my updates, about my chemo and all those. Right. So he encourages me and all those things. He saw me online around that 3 a.m. So he asked me, Mimi, why are you not asleep? And I said, I'm thinking. Thinking about what? I said, I don't have money for my chemo. And he started to be like, all these Africans, all we know when we see white people, we just want to get money from them. Right. And I explained to you, asked me what was wrong with me.
Yeah, and I told you.
I told you. I didn't say I want your money. If you want to help me, fine. If you don't want to help me,
that's okay.
That's okay. Just leave me and let me sleep. I woke up the next morning. Lo and behold, this man has sent money.
Oh.
Sent 2 cycles of chemo and the money for labs too. And the instruction was like work and get half of the amount, and I'll add half to it every 3 weeks if you want to go. And I said, wow, God is really working.
It's working.
Yes.
So he made provision for you, but you had to top it up.
Yes. And I said, okay.
And how much was the session at the time?
It was 350.
350.
Yes, but you have to do some labs, and the labs will be like 250 for 2.
Okay, so give and take 1,000 per session.
Yes. So I just have to get half before.
Right.
Yeah. So I was so glad that someone wants to help me with half of the money. So I just have to be strong now
to meet yourself halfway.
Yes. So I started to sew clothes for people. I'll be calling people if you want to sew, just for me to get something to do, so that I can get the half of the amount. I finished all the 8 cycles. I left Osu because I heard one of my brothers saying something about me to my mom. I was watching and I heard him saying, are you leaving your daughter to take this poison to kill herself? Because all my hair was gone. I was in my braid. I have braids, a long braids. Right. So I cut off my hair before the chemo started to remove it. So it was Sakura. Right. So it started, and I was so dark. He knows I have a light. I'm a chocolate skin color. So I became very dark. So he started to say that, and I felt very uncomfortable with me. Like, even if my family and you guys are not helping,
the kind of support that you wanted was not coming from them.
You are always making me cry and all those things. So I called my dad. My dad was not with us, so I called him and he said, okay, his room in Ashiama, I can go and stay there to clear my mind, but the room is empty over there. He just go and clean up the place so that I can go and stay there. So I went to stay there from my 4th to my 8th
chemo.
And that place, in Ashiama. So I left Osu to Ashiama. So from Ashiama to Kolebu. It's a whole journey altogether, guys. You have to get money for your transportation, your in and out, your food and everything.
That's right.
I was on my 8th cycle. That was December. And I know I'll be on my chemo. My boyfriend called me. So I thought he was going to just tell me, he's coming to visit me or something. This guy called to tell me, oh, Miriam, I think I have to break up with you because I am tired.
In that trying moment,
he
broke up with you. And he was tired of what exactly?
I don't even know. So I asked him, I keep calling to ask him, he said I'm disturbing him, so I stopped calling. So one of his friends called to tell me, like, he's saying a whole lot of things like about me, like he has spent his money on me. And I said, but the guy knows that it's my aunties and other friends that are helping.
Not his money.
Yes. So they keep telling him to stop saying all those things. He broke up. I didn't talk to him again. But I went for my chemo, I went for my review, and they told me I have to do another 2 cycles of the chemo again. I asked why. They said my lamp was still attached to the chest wall.
Okay.
So I have to do extra 2. So that
they can detach it.
Yes. So it's now 10 cycles of chemo now. I did it, and they told me I have to do surgery. The surgery too, I just have to sit home because there was no money coming.
No money.
The white man was not saying he's going to pay for surgery because I explained. He said, "Oh, it's a whole lot of money. You can't pay for all those things."
Right.
So I sat home for 2 weeks. My surgery day, I finished my chemo. In 3 days' time, they said I have to do my surgery.
The surgery.
But I said I didn't have money, so I sat home for 2 weeks. But when they told me I was supposed to do the surgery the 3 days, I was in Kolebu, and the doctors told me, "Oh, I just have to bring my things or tell my family, friends." I said, "I don't have anyone. So who am I going to tell?" They said, "Okay, bring your things." I said, "Even if I bring the things, I don't have the money to pay you guys." So I walked from Kolebu to the house because I was just thinking. I left Ashaman too because I have to come back to Osu. I walked from Kolebu to Osu, just thinking, how will I get the money for the surgery? It was one lady who called me. I told her I'm going to Kolebu. She's one of my customers.
Right.
She called me. She was asking, I thought you are back from Kolebu from now. Why? Where are you? And I said,
what was the feedback?
Yes. Where are you? I said, I'm in post office. Come home. I'm walking. Why?
You're walking from the general post office at Accra.
Yes.
So you had walked from Kolebu.
Yes.
To Accra Central, the general post office.
Yes.
And you were walking to Ashaiman.
No, walking to Osu.
Osu,
because I was now staying in Osu.
Right.
I came back because of the surgery.
Right. So after you were done with the 10 sessions of chemo.
Yes.
Right.
So this woman was saying, are you okay? Why are you walking? And I said, they said I have to pay like 4,000 if I'm on insurance, 4,000 or 3,000 for the surgery. He said, and I don't have the money. So this lady was saying, why are you walking if you don't have the money? Just come home so that we'll know what to
strategize.
Yes. Okay. Even if I don't have any help, I'll start calling people. I'll use my shop as a collateral for you to get some money for you to do your surgery. And I was saying, if a customer can do that for me,
why can't your family do
that? So I left. I was still working, so I walked to the house, got to her place and asked her what she has for me. And she told me that for me to come home, because she could see I just wanted to end my life now. She just don't want me to end my life. That's why she made me come home. But luckily, in a week later, she raised like 500 cedis for me, so that I can add some other ones to it. So I called one of my uncles and he added some to it before Kolebu called. And if they call me, the only thing I tell them, I'll come. I don't have the money. Right. But it was one last call that came. And she said, "Are you Miriam?" And I said, "Yes." Said, "Okay. I'm calling from Kolebu." I said, "Please, I'll cut the call. I don't want to do any surgery again." I said, "I don't have money. Is it by force?" And he said, "Oh, don't worry. You come on Wednesday. I want to see you." And I said, "I have only 1,000 cedis on me." He said, "Oh, come. I want to see you. And when you come to this office." So when I went, I got to Kolebu. I started to call her. She said, "Oh, she's not yet in, but she'll come." She got there. I didn't know her. So I kept calling. When I called her and she came out from the office and she said, "Oh, I'm the one who called you. Right. I'm a survivor also. Right. But I normally talk to all the patients who are going through all those things and give them the support." And I said, "What makes you a survivor? Because I can see you with 2 breasts and all those things." She said, so she showed me her
the affected part.
Yes, the pictures. And she even removed her top for me to see. Right. So I was just in the office with her, chatting with her and all those things. And she said, "You that they said they will do your surgery for you, why are you still here chatting?" I said, "She has given me the hope to do the surgery now. I don't have the money."
The money to do the surgery. But you were psychologically now prepared to do the surgery.
Said,
because you had seen somebody who had survived.
And she said, "Oh, okay. She has to call some of the doctors or some people who can help now so that they can help me with the surgery. So the nurse for the surgical side, like the people from the chemo side, he's a friend of mine. So I told him about my situation. He said, "Okay, they have support groups and all those things, that foundations that come to support us. Right. He will write my name so that they come and support me with the surgery. But the thing will come in a month's time." But he will explain it to them so that they will do the surgery for me, because my own, they can't wait.
Right.
The chemo will weigh off in my body if I wait for a month's time.
Right.
So he said, okay. So I did everything. They did the surgery for me. The next day, I finished with on the day of the surgery. I could see people were crying. My father came. They called my dad. They said, who am I like to leave my things with? And I called my dad to come. So they asked him, so do you know your daughter is suffering from it? He said, he thought it's something small, something minor, not knowing it was something like they are going to remove my breast and all those things. He was even crying for me that, and I told him, don't cry. I'm going to come. And when I come back, you bring me food to eat, because me, I know myself, I have to eat.
You have to eat, right.
They went for...
At that time, you had mental toughness.
Yes.
You had moved away from crying and being in a pity party. You are now a strong Miriam Abla Anani, ready to face your fears.
Yes, please.
Right.
So they did a surgery. My surgery was in the afternoon, around 4 p.m. My dad said he keep asking the nurses when they come back, because he keep seeing people crying, coming back and all those. So he keep asking for like hours. I was still in the theater. I came back to my ward around 10:30, 11 p.m.
From the morning?
From 4
p.m. You came back around 11?
Yes.
That was when they were done with the procedure?
They were done. At the recovery side, the nurse was calling me when they finished the surgery. I heard someone calling my name, Miriam. So I was saying to myself in me, like, who is disturbing me? I'm sleeping. I didn't know I was doing surgery. So I thought I was sleeping in the house. So I woke up and they said, do you know where you are? And I said, I just looked at the place. I said, okay, I'm in the hospital. He said, okay. What did you come to do? I said, to remove my breast, one of my breasts, the left one. I said, okay. And I asked her, have they removed this? He said, hey, this girl, you are in a hurry. And I said, yes.
You gave him?
Yes. And I said, okay, I want to see. She said, oh, there are things on you that we are checking your BP and your vitals and everything, but I should sit down quietly. I said, I just want to see. Just let me use my hand to see.
Right.
So I checked my chest. The breast was removed. I was with bandages and everything. The only thing I was telling myself, oh, my problem is gone.
Problem is gone indeed.
3FM 92.7.
During the early stages when you met the herbalists and the pastors who kept telling you that somebody is following you, it's this, it's that, what was running through your mind?
At times, I just like... The Bible says we should test all spirits.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a very strong believer. I pray a lot. So anything they tell me, I always say to myself, these people just want to take my money.
Right.
So I didn't believe them, but I just want to go with what they are saying. Because I was with my boyfriend, he was saying, just do anything for you to be fine. So, but I know in my spirit they were lying.
They were all trying to just say something to make you happy temporarily.
Yes.
But they were not genuinely, with you.
Yeah.
How about family now these days? What's the support like?
Okay. They always see me very strong, but they don't know I'm going through a lot within me.
As we speak?
Yeah.
What are you going through?
Because after the surgery, after the radiation, in a year time, I started to take hormonal medicine.
Right.
A year later, I could see a small lump again in the place where they did the surgery.
Right.
So I went to report to the oncologist, and they said I have to do another biopsy again.
3FM 92.7.
And that biopsy too, I was so afraid because this long needle, they are going to use it at the chest side. Yeah. So I went to surgical to report the case, and they said, okay, the doctors saw it, and they said they have to do the image-guided one because they were not seeing it.
Right.
So they asked me to do the image-guided one. I went to the image-guided one too. They said they couldn't do it. I didn't know. I waited for 3 months before I realized one of my brothers also died. So it made me to wait a year because I was not psychologically prepared to do another thing again.
Right.
So I waited a year. That was last year. And I saw, okay, I normally go for this awareness and all those things. So one of the doctors saw me in her office, and she said, it's been a year. I've not been seeing you. If I call you to you tell me you are fine. Then I just block it. And so she was saying she could see that there's something wrong with me.
Right.
So I explained everything to her. Like, I see a lump in my chest. Said, okay, I have to go to do the scan and these things so that she will know. They brought the scan to her and they said, okay, they have to do another biopsy. Am I ready? And I said, okay, if she will pay, I am ready because I don't have money. Said, okay, she will pay. She will call a doctor to come and do the biopsy. And 4 days later, they called me to go and do the biopsy. The results came in a week later. I went to their office, and the doctor was saying, so Miriam, all that we saw is like the cancer has come back.
Oh.
It's a cancer again, but you have to be referred back to Kolibu again. If they'll do the surgery to remove the lump in the chest. I was laughing at him, and he said, why are you so happy? And I said, why won't I be happy? What if you guys didn't see anything and it killed me too?
Right.
So he said, I just like your spirit because the day even I was doing the biopsy, the way you were just laughing, I could see you are a very strong person. I said, yeah, because if you didn't see it too and the results didn't come out to be like cancer, it will be in me and it will
kill you.
It will kill me again.
Right.
So they asked me to go to the surgical block. I went there. They said it's still attached to the chest wall. They can't remove it. I have to do another chemo again to go to the oncologist. So I started with chemo. Again.
Same painful process all over again.
Yes.
After 10 chemo sessions and a surgery, you are back now to chemo.
Yes.
And this was between what? How
2
many?
years.
2 years.
Yes.
After you thought everything was gone,
yeah.
you were back at the table again.
Yes. So and I asked how many cycles of chemo. They said, okay, it will be like 6 cycles. I said, wow, 6 cycles again. Am I prepared? I said, okay, just let me know the amount of the chemo. They mentioned the amount, and I told them, this one, they have to go and think about it because 800 cedis for 3 cycles, 1 cycle.
Now you had moved from 350.
Yes, the oncology side is like, a chemo is, the amount is different.
Okay.
Yes. So they said it's 850, and my chemo, I'm supposed to take 2 types of chemo, the infusion one and the tablet one. So the tablet one is like on insurance.
Right.
So the doctor said, okay, all my chemo is on insurance, but the one for the infusion is not yet in unless I buy it. So I told this friend
they had run out of supplies, so you had to buy it.
Yes.
Even though the health insurance covered it.
Yeah, but the health insurance one is finished, like.
Right.
So they
had run out of stock.
Yes.
Okay.
So I told the friend I told you I met, that's Gina.
Right.
At the surgical block.
Right.
So I told her, and she said, oh, okay. She has to go with me to ask them what exactly are they saying, because I'm confusing her. So we went there, and she saw the doctor, and the doctor explained, oh, Miriam's chemo is on insurance, but some is not yet in. But she can take the drug one that is on insurance.
Right.
So they made me go and stamp it to start taking the drug one. If the insurance one comes, then
they'll do the infusion for you.
Yes. But if I have the money, I should come for it. And 800 cedis. So the only thing I have to do is start to ask for help again from others. So I said, okay, let me ask this white man again. If only he's willing to help, I'm okay. So I explained everything to him. He said, oh, okay. And I said, okay. He just said, okay. I didn't know. Not knowing he was in Ghana, I didn't even know.
Wow. He had come back.
He has come back. So he came to my house. I gave him directions. He called me with a Ghanaian line, and I gave him directions to my house. And when he got to the gate, he just started counting money. He said, your chemo is how much? And I said, it's 800 cedis. He counted the money, gave it to me for the chemo. And I said, wow, God is in control.
God moves in mysterious ways. He does.
Yeah. So he gave me the amount, and he told me I should start with the treatment. When am I going? I said, unless I call them to ask when should I come.
Right.
And I said, oh, but I called my friend, and she said I shouldn't call them. I should go straight for it. Since I have the money now, I went there, and they gave me the infusion. I was taking the ones too. I lost my hair back again.
Oh, after you had grown it within a space of 2 years.
Yes.
Now you have hair.
Yes.
Are you married?
No, please.
Why not?
You know your people now.
I don't know my people. You tell me.
Okay. No one is approaching me, and even if I see friends like guys that approaches me and you tell them about your situation, the only thing they feel pity for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they go away.
Yes. They just want to be friends. And some say friends with benefits. I don't like that.
Don't take that.
I don't even like it.
Because that will be taking advantage of you.
Yes. Yeah.
And that will not be fair to you.
Yeah.
But tell me, so what do you do now for a living?
I'm a fashion designer.
Fashion designer?
Yes.
Where can we find your shop? Or you sew at home?
Yes, I sew at home.
But you have a social media page or something?
Yes. Mana Empire. Facebook is Abna. I think Mana Empire too. The page is Mana Empire.
Okay. You have to spell that for us so we can come and be sewing stuff from you so you can make some cool cash.
Yeah. So Mana Empire is MANAEMPIRE.
Okay.
Mana Empire.
Mana Empire.
Yeah.
Right. On Instagram?
Instagram
on
too.
Facebook? Okay. And X?
No. And on TikTok too.
Okay. But do you have a child?
No, please.
Do you hope to have one?
Yes.
Another Miriam?
Yes, I hope to have one, but I'll just say I'll pray to God for that one.
You pray to God?
Yeah, because
to inspire the baby?
Yes, no, not that one, because after the 10 cycles of chemo again,
right,
from the last year to this year, the chemo was not, my body was not responding to the medicine.
Right.
So they just had to do another procedure again.
Right.
That is taking off the ovaries.
Sorry about that. So your ovaries are gone?
Ovaries and the womb.
All of it?
Yes.
Because of the chemotherapy?
No, because of the estrogen is too high and
right,
I'm still young and I'm still menstruating and all those things. So that's the only option they have for me now. So I just have to agree to it.
So you did agree to that?
Yes. It was so hard for me to agree, but the lamp was not going and it was becoming 2, now becoming 3. It was just becoming like plenty.
Right.
So the only option they had was that one. And also to stop the chemo too, because I was on 10 cycles going to the 11, 12. The chemo is not working.
Right.
So I said, okay.
We're just hurting yourself.
Yes. So let me do the procedure and just be okay and start the hormonal medicine now.
If you meet somebody who has not been newly diagnosed of breast cancer, what do you tell them?
I tell them all hope is not lost. Just thank God that they found it is breast cancer, they found it is cancer, they said they can cure it. So just go through the procedure they are telling you to do. If you don't have money, to try to tell your doctors, try to tell your nurses, there are helps there.
Have you tried to mount big platforms to tell people your story? To inspire there's young ladies, men, women who may be going through similar things?
Yeah, I normally go to these churches.
Right.
Last time I went to this Muslim mission.
Right.
That was Sunday. So
right.
Every year I try to go to anywhere they ask me to go to tell my story and
right.
to tell the young ones there's breast cancer, but there's cure too. Yeah.
But you take time to enjoy yourself.
Yes.
What do you do to enjoy yourself?
Okay, I normally go to church.
Okay.
I teach the Sunday school children.
Oh,
so,
Sunday school teacher.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they.
That's noble.
Yeah, they inspires me a lot. Because anytime they see me, oh, Auntie Miriam, I want to do this. They can even call me in the house. I don't go to church at times because of my treatment.
Right.
I feel very weak. They call me in the house. Auntie Miriam, you didn't come to church. We wanted to know how to do this dance, sing this song, and all.
Oh, you're a choreographer too.
Yes,
oh,
and
wow.
a singer too.
I see.
Yeah. So they said, oh, they want to. I said, oh, don't worry, I'll come. So even after my surgery was in July.
Okay.
Even after my surgery in July, August, I went to church and danced with them.
The next month after
Yes.
your surgery?
I was still in pain, but I was dancing with them.
Because they inspire you a lot.
Yes.
What's your favorite gospel song?
Okay. Tobechuku.
Tobechuku. Can you sing a bit of that? Can you sing a bit of that?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. And Miriam Abla Anani is at the studio sharing her harrowing story. how she triumphed over breast cancer and how she remains strong and an inspiration to the next generation. It's okay. Let's hear you.
Even before I pray, Jehovah Nisi answered me. Tobechuku, he has done it for me. When I was worried and couldn't sleep, he was working behind the scene. No, Tobechuku, he has done it for me. Tobechuku, 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 he has done it for me.
You're strong. I like your spirit. Were there foods that you were told to avoid?
Basically, it's meat.
Meat.
Yeah,
right.
And starchy food like rice, white rice.
Right.
There's too much bankuba, you know.
Banku survives. Banku helps.
Yes.
It's a survival.
So you can take the bankuba. You have to add a lot of vegetables.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. See, Miriam, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Your closing thoughts, if you have to send a message out there, what would you say?
Come again, please.
If you have to put out a message there, the closing thoughts, how to reach you if people are inspired by a story, they want to come and sow from you, they want some more motivation if they find themselves in your situation, for example. What do you leave them with?
Can I call my number?
Why not? Please feel free.
My MTN number 0544 334929.
You need to take your time for me, Miriam. Pipe down.
0544
Right.
334929.
0544 334929. That's your number.
Yes,
okay, and then again, give me the places where they can find you. They want to sow from you.
Usu, when you get to Mazera.
Okay.
Yeah, you can call me.
Osu Mazera.
Yes.
And then they call you.
Yes.
055
0544
0544
33
33
49
49
29.
29.
Yeah.
And then they can call you.
Yes,
and then
please.
you're also on Instagram,
TikTok,
Mana
Empire.
MANA Empire.
Yes,
And
please.
you saw everything.
Yes, please.
Great. Thank you, Miriam. We're grateful for your time. Miriam Abla Anani. She survived and she told her story.